Hello guys, this is Leon and today we have a team deathmatch on Derail. Today I'll be using the FAL or the FAL as I like to call it with the noob tube. My secondary is the PP2K with a red dot, and I believe I have sleight of hand, stopping power, and the steady aim, all of which have the pro perk variation. So, believe it or not, this game was actually played on the first day of the release, November 11th, I believe. And it's not really a good score. It's 24-2, but it's still pretty decent for a team deathmatch game on the first day of release. So, it's a 12-1 KD, and I decided to upload it before I delete it, and I start posting my more recent scores, which have been pretty much better than this game, but than this game's score. But the main reason for this video is to basically discuss some of the issues that have been, plaguing this game lately. And before I go into that, I would like to say that this gameplay is not really going to provide you guys with some tips or strategies on the game. So if you are looking for that kind of video, you can skip this video. However, if you're one of those people who actually sent me a message about doing a rant on the game, this is a video for you guys because several of you have been sending me messages discussing some things that upset you about the game, and I've gotten plenty of messages asking for doing a rant on the game. So I don't want to sound like I hate the game before I say anything else. I like to say that I do like the game, or at least I'm trying to like the game with all the issues it currently has. But I don't want to vent on the internet or upset you guys by doing a rant. So if you guys do not like rant, please skip this video. My next TDM will be completely rant free. Having said that, for those of you who do agree that there are some issues with this game and requested a rant from me, this is the video for you guys. Yeah, so I'm just going to get started, and don't think of this as me hating the game. Think of this as me trying to, give some feedback on my experience with the game. The first thing is Commando. What the heck, Infinity Ward? What were you honestly thinking with Commando? Honestly, I mean, the knife in Call of Duty 4 was already good enough. Why would you have a 10-foot lunge distance on a knife? And believe me, it's not a lunge, okay? It's more like teleporting from one side of the map to the other, okay? I have literally seen people teleport 10 feet with a knife to stab my teammate or to stab me as I shoot them in the face with a SPAS 12 shotgun, only to get a lovely hit marker from Painkiller and be stabbed by a guy who teleports like the Nightcrawler from X-Men and stabs me in the face. So, I think that Infinity Ward can fix that by either A, completely removing Commando, which would make a lot of people happy, B, nerfing the range on Commando, or C, making a playlist game mode where it's only knives or something like that. So all those people who like to knife only can go there and not be as common in the ground war or TDM lobbies. Now, I'm not saying that I have a problem with people who knife. That's completely cool. I just have a problem with people who knife using Commando, because that is a crutch, and if you really are a good player, you do not need Commando to knife only. Having said that, I'm going to go into the spawns. Now, the spawns are a big issue in this game. You can get good spawns where you spawn behind enemies and you kill them from the back, or the same thing can happen to you, where enemies spawn behind you with Painkiller and they kill you. Now, the maps on this game are pretty big. I do not see why it's so hard to design a decent, note what I'm saying, not perfect, but decent spawn system, because in my opinion the spawn system in this game is currently broken, and Infinity Ward really needs to release a patch or address at least some of the issues with this game's spawns, because honestly I've seen a lot of people die from a chopper gunner, spawn outside where they died by the chopper gunner, only to die again and be rewarded that great painkiller, which really doesn't do anything when the chopper gunner is shooting you and you spawn right under it. You know, I thought Painkiller and Infinity Ward wanted to prevent spawn killing, but instead they just encouraged it with these overpowered kill streaks, which is the next issue in this game. The overpowered kill streaks are really game breaking, and before you guys say that, you know, you can get a Stinger missile or shoot it down, that's not true, because believe me, I have had games where you have no chance to even aim the Stinger missile at the kill streak. You always die, and that's very frustrating, especially when you're on a very bad team and your teammates are not really trying to help you or shoot down the air support. So you know, I really do believe that air support is overpowered. But enough of that. The next issue is the noob tube. As funny as this may sound, as I'm using the noob tube on the FAL, the noob tube is a big issue in this game. Now, the grenade launcher was perfectly fine in Call of Duty 4 because it took up your perk 1 slot, which is the way I always think it should be. And you know, not many people were being cheap with it in Call of Duty 4. However, Infinity Ward decided to, you know, allow players to have scavenger and one-man army, but at the same time have a noob tube, which, in my opinion, is very, very broken. Why would you give players the ability to have infinite grenade launchers in this game? Why Infinity Ward? Why? I do not see any thought process in that decision. Why would you do that? I have no idea. One way they can fix it is to either make a noob tube take up the slot for the secondary weapon, because you know, you can have currently you can have a Scar H with the noob tube, and you can have a Thumper, which is a secondary grenade launcher, giving you 4 noob tubes. Now that is too much, and you can have scavenger. So that is really broken. In my opinion, a noob tube should take up either your secondary weapon or the first perk. Then let's see how many people use the noob tube. That's one way to fix that. Anyways, moving on is the death ray guns and the maps in this game. You know, I really think that the way the maps are designed, they favor too much camping. And you know, I honestly think that the maps in Call of Duty 4 are superior to the ones in this game. Having said that, you know, I do have some favorites, including Skid Row and what else was it? I believe it was Invasion. Yeah, Invasion. So I do have some favorites, but most of the maps are not very fun to play on. So you know, all these issues can be addressed, all these issues can be fixed. And what upsets me about the current state of the game is the amount of potential it has, and the way it's just blowing it. Because you know, if all these issues are actually addressed or fixed, this game, in my opinion, can be superior to Call of Duty 4. However, at this point, I'm not sure about that, and I do believe that currently Call of Duty 4 is the superior game. I can understand why they made something cheap. They wanted to please the average players or the not so good players, and you know, I don't have a problem with that. I understand that there are some people out there who watch my videos and who are not the best players, but there are limits. You know, you cannot give them too much of a crutch in this game, as Excalibur says, because Eventually, this becomes a skill equalized shooter, which is not very fair, and there are some overpowered things made for people to level up. I understand that, but they need to be tweaked seriously. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay and agree with some of my points, and take care.